But the part that I do agree with and where my focus is that the single most powerful tool every human being has in their arsenal is their mind. And I teach my clients about this, and at first, they think I'm being disingenuous. They think that I'm, trying to explain to them some like woo-woo, floating on a cloud, like weird meditation thing. It's not any of that. What I tell them is that the way you think and what comes out of your mind, your internal dialogue, will create the reality you experience.
Yes.
And to tell you the truth, I don't know how this works. I don't know if there is some weird Illuminati or God or whatever who's monitoring the frequency of all of our thoughts all the time. There's a book called The Secret, which says all kinds of weird stuff about like the brain wavelength you send out. I don't know if any of that stuff is true or what, but what I can tell you from personal experience and from seeing my clients have the same personal experience 10 out of 10 times, 100 out of 100 times, is that what you think is what you're going to get.
Okay.
If you think, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm unsophisticated, I'm unintelligent, I'm never going to have a relationship, so forth and so on, you are damn right. You will be fat. You will not continue your education. You will not have the relationship that you want. You will not grow spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally. If you think to yourself, okay, I'm not in a great place right now, but no matter what, I'm going to do whatever it takes to have a relationship, to continue educating myself, to make money, to get where I want. If you can really convince yourself of that by repeatedly ramming that into your mind,
yeah.
You will get it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you when, but it's only a matter of time.
Right.
And so the most important takeaway when it comes to thinking about the mind is that whatever you focus your attention on is what will grow.
Right.
Whatever you focus your attention on is what will grow. If your attention is focused on how you're inadequate, on all of the problems that you have, on how you're never going to get what you want, that's what will grow. Literally, it will grow. That's what you will get. If your mind is focused on where you want to go, the work that you need to do, your vision for your future, having all the things that you want in your life, that's what will grow, and that's what will appear in your life.
Yeah, and I saw one of your videos, which was great. Like, you talk about don't worry about what you don't have control of, and I think that's great because I think so many of us we have that issue. We just start worrying about like all this stuff, even with the political climate. We're so worried about what's gonna happen with with Trump and all this stuff, and in the end, we really. I mean, we have a vote, but we don't really have a choice. It's not really in our hands. I mean, all we can do is hope for the best. That's the best thing you can do. And things may not go the way for either the Democrats or Republicans or wherever you stand, but you just gotta learn to accept it, deal with it, and adapt.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you just keep focusing on that negative, like you said, you're gonna not just. The power of thought,
Yeah.
You bring it into reality.
Exactly.
And if you're just thinking negative, you're going to be negative.
Exactly.
Your whole life.
And like with the political comments and the political debate and, this person thinks coronavirus is the biggest deal in the world. That person thinks it's not that big a deal. This person is for Trump. That person is for somebody else. And they start going at each other's throats and things like that. Everybody is always... To go back to the thing about control, everybody is always hankering for some semblance of control. It's like, I need to be able to control what you think so that I can feel that I'm right. I need to be able to control this debate so that I know that I'm right. I need to be able to impose my opinion upon you so that I feel that I'm right and I'm justified. And that's because our ego, the entire purpose of our ego, is to find different ways to convince itself that it's right. The ego is like this narcissistic thing that needs to be right at all times and needs to have control over all situations and all people. Whereas if you meet a really peaceful person, a person who's tranquil and calm and knows how to listen, a person who has the things that they want in their lives, so forth and so on, those people, they have some ego, because if they didn't have some ego, they wouldn't be, they wouldn't have reached the level of success that they have.
Right.
But those people never need to argue with you about anything. Because it's like, whatever your opinion is, that's great. Do I have control over that? No. Do I need to be right? No.
Right.
I have my thoughts, you have your thoughts, it's all good. And that is the state that I am constantly striving to achieve.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at it because I, like everybody else, wants to be right, and I want to feel justified, and I want to have control. I've always been a control freak.
Sometimes your emotions take over.
Of course, right. Of course.
Yeah, for me, and this Professor Sneed, he changed my life. Before I used to be, I was very angry or easy to get angry. Mm. And then he told me once, and then it was so simple, but it changed my life for the better. He said, he's like, when you get mad, you're letting other people take control of your emotions. Mm. He's like, you choose to be mad. Mm. He's like, you can either choose to be mad or you can choose to be happy. No matter what they tell you, no matter what they say. It was so simple, but that hit really deep. I was like, why the fuck am I getting mad?
Right.
And sometimes I apply this in all my life, and sometimes